When peppers are plentiful and inexpensive at the farmer's market, it's a good idea to buy some in bulk to freeze for cold weather cooking. In the winter, peppers are very expensive and their flavor is nothing compared to seasonally purchased organic peppers. Roasting intensifies the flavor as well. From stews, pastas, sauces, and more, you'll find there is no end to the recipes that can benefit from the addition of roasted red bell peppers. It is well worth the trifling amount of time and effort that goes into preserving this culinary favorite. I put whole peppers in here. These were huge red peppers. And I turned the oven on to 400 degrees. And I put it in there cold. I didn't wait for it to heat up. And when it reaches 400 degrees, you just you just put the timer on then for 10 minutes and let it cook. Bring it out, turn them over, and let it cook for another 10 or 15 minutes until they get kind of charred like this. And so I take the stems out, and usually they'll come out all by themselves, but if they don't, just scoop this seed crap out with your with your spoon. And you don't have to get all of them, just get most of them. And then I'm going to move this to a parchment covered tray. And I'm going to do this to all of them. Now I have this one because I just wanted to show you how easy the skin peels off. But I freeze them with the skins on, because I think it has better flavor when you do that. And you can peel it off at any time. It just slides right off. So here's one I'm taking. So I got all of the stuff off there. And if I want to peel the stem, the peel just comes right off. It just slips right off. And but I also like to puree. If it gets this dark, I don't keep this part. But I like, if I puree them, I like to puree them with the skins on. But I make that decision when I'm cooking with them. I don't have to make it now, so I just leave them on. And if I want to throw it away, I can. If I don't, I don't. So that's all you do. And keep all the juice in there if you can. Keep as much juice as you can, because all of that is just flavor. This is a really weird looking one, but I'll get rid of that because it kind of grosses me out. I didn't get all the seeds with this one. And that's still quite hot. So and like I said, you don't have to get all the seeds. That's another thing you can get rid of later if you want to. That one came out fairly clean. You can use a baking sheet instead of one of these pans, but this is actually the lid to a turkey roaster that never made good turkeys, but the lid is great for roasting, so I use it for that. That's pretty good. So it took about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes to cook these. And I didn't have to pay attention to them at all. Just after they've been cooking for about 10 minutes, once they reach 400 degrees. Of course, if you put it into a preheated oven, you have to cook them for about 20 minutes. Okay. Now another thing is you don't want to give up all this nice flavor. So all of this juice, and this is another reason I like to use this pan, because it keeps the dripping so nice that it's not mixed with the aluminum of the baking sheets. You know, even if you have the parchment paper on it, when it's cooking, the juice will get underneath the parchment paper, and I'm a little suspicious of that. So I just pour this onto this tray, into these peppers if I can, and if I can't get it in all the peppers, I just put it on the tray and freeze that as well. And Alright, so you just set this in the freezer and let it freeze, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, so now all we do is take these off of here and stick them in a bag. If they're too hard, you can let them soften up a little bit before you do it. You want to get that juice on there too if you can.